Hey everybody, it's Affirmations with Angel, and today's video topic is on relationships. Now, whether the relationship is a family relationship, a romantic relationship, or a relationship that you're trying to make romantic, or a relationship with a friend, or just a relationship that you're trying to build to become friends, I'm going to be talking about it in this video. Now, number one, the importance to a relationship is communication. If you don't have communication, then you don't have a relationship. If we can't sit down and come to a formal agreement on something, then we're definitely not compatible. We're definitely not for each other, because when arguments come, relationships are not perfect. So when arguments and disagreements come and we can't simply agree and we get mad and we storm off and we're on to the next, or we're doing whatever we got to do because we can't sit down and form that line of communication, 9 times out of 10, sometimes people lack communication because they're used to doing it in other relationships. And see, we come out of one relationship and try to jump into another relationship when we haven't even fixed ourselves from the lack of communication, the lack of everything that was going on in the relationship before you met this new person. That's why it takes time to heal. And after every relationship that you get out of, you should always take time to do personal healing. It's very important. I don't care whether you guys were friends for a month, 3 days, take time to heal. Take time to heal. We may not think that we need healing, but when we jump into something next and it's not working out the way that we want to work out, it's because you never take time to really heal for some things. It's not always just that person. Sometimes it could be us and we don't even know it. That's why we have to make sure that we're together before we try to point fingers at anybody else. Number two, form the line of trust and loyalty. We don't have trust, we don't have loyalty, we can't be anything. We can't be anything at all, because the minute you say something out of your mouth, I'm going to think you're lying. Why? Because I don't trust you. Number three, we have to make sure that we're doing our weekly check-ins. We're doing our weekly check-ins, monthly check-ins, however you want to do it in your relationship. Just making sure that you're checking in with your partner and making sure that everything is how you want it to be. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, we have to ask the person that we're in a relationship with. Like I said, it could be family, friendship, either relationship. I'm talking about it all. We have to make sure that when we're sitting down and we're communicating, we have to ask ourselves, okay, let me see what I'm doing wrong. Because sometimes we could be doing things wrong in a friendship and we don't even know it if we're not having that stable communication. And stable communication should be always honesty. You should be 100% real and let them know the truth with everything. Because if you're not letting them know the truth with everything, the truth will eventually come out. And sometimes the truth comes out with an anger. It comes out in arguments, and you don't want that, because 9 times out of 10, when people are angry, they really say exactly what they mean. And that's why that formal line of communication comes in, because you can communicate on the level to where you're not mad, that they understand you and say, this is how I feel, and this is how I want things to flow. And they can say how they feel. It's all about listening. That's another thing. Listening to what your partner has to say and understanding what they have to say. You want them to understand you, so you need to understand them. It can't be two sides. It has to be one. You have to come together and form that line of what you want to be. The relationship is never going to be perfect, but you can work on up to building to what you want to be. It will never be perfect. Nobody is perfect. So don't try to make that perfect relationship and don't try to build that perfect relationship, because it's not going to work out. And then at the end, you're going to be mad. You have nobody to blame but yourself, because you wanted to build this perfect relationship and you understand that relationships are not perfect. In relationships, it takes time. It takes time to form, and it takes time to build. It takes time to really understand a person for who they are. When you're in a relationship, you're understanding that person's weaknesses, their strengths, and what they value, what makes them mad, what makes them happy. That's how you form a relationship. Because when your friend is down, or when your family member is down, or when your partner is down, how are you going to upbuild them? How are you going to uphold them? You can't help anybody else or uphold anybody else until you formally get you together. And sometimes you could be not together but still help the next person, and that's what makes you strong. Many people do that. Sometimes they're not even together within themselves, but they help other people out. And see, sometimes that's a form of line of it's okay but it's not okay at the same time, because you want to make sure that you're balanced within yourself before you try to go off the handle to help other people. And that's how we mess ourselves up, by trying to formulate and help other people and we don't have ourselves. I always say in most of my videos, people are going to do what's best for them, so you should always do what's best for you, no matter what the situation situation is, always make sure that you're taken care of, because 9 times out of 10, that person has already made sure that they were straight. So you have to make sure that you're straight. And it's not about being selfish, but it's just about understanding your worth and understanding that you're important, and that nobody, like I said in most of my videos as well too, I say this, nobody's going to really accompany you the way that you accompany yourself. Nobody's going to love you the way that you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, you should form that line of loving yourself. Don't seek other people or seek into relationships to find that love, because at the end, you're still not going to love yourself, because you're not even going to know how to fully love the person that's coming into your life. Or if you try to come into their life, you're not going to formally know how to love them correctly, because you haven't even got you together. And the relationship is going to be off, and you're going to be wondering why. It starts with you. Form the line of communication, trust, understanding. Building relationships is not easy, but you should work every day on building your relationship. Do check-ins on people. It's quarantine. People are in the house. People's minds are really just everywhere. And you have to build that line of communication. Communication is the key. Communication is important. Communication should be one of the very top things that you value in your relationship. You don't have communication, you really don't have nothing. If you don't have trust, if you don't have loyalty, you really don't have nothing. You can't form a relationship without having the 2 main sources. I can't bake a cake if I don't have the ingredients. I love y'all. Build that line of communication with your partner, friendships, family, and you guys will be good. I love y'all. Thanks for rocking with Affirmations with Angel.